let's start off 2023 right. We have the R9 on the end, we have the MP5K, my little transferable toy here, and then we have a couple magazine. The left mag, my left, we have 124 grain NATO full metal jacket, and in the right we have 147 grain subsonic. So we're going to start with the supersonic, give you guys an idea what 124 grain sounds like suppressed with the R9. You can hear the round break the sound barrier. Still fun. And now, subsonic. Oh yeah. All right, let's get to it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the NFA Review channel. Today we have another suppressor from Yankee Hill Machine, the R9. Now this suppressor's been out for quite some time. YHM just sent this to me. Again, some of you guys have heard this at Suppress Fest 2022. This is one I've actually been wanting to get in my hands for quite a while. I love shooting pistol calibers, so I'm really excited to hear what this sounds like once we hit the range. So we are going to be shooting it on the MP5 today, and of course some rifle calibers as well, because this thing's pretty damn stout. So let's go ahead and cover the specifications here in the studio, and then we'll hit the range as usual and see what it sounds like. Alright, first things first, the R9 comes in at an overall length of 5.2 inches, a diameter of 1.562 inches, we'll call it 1.5, and a weight of 10.7 ounces. Constructed completely of 17.4 heat-treated stainless steel, which makes this one hella strong 9mm can. Now, of course, your target audience for this is going to be subgun use, but since it is constructed of 17.4 and it's full welded tubeless design, it can handle rifle calibers. So it is rated for 9mm full auto up to your 7.62 calibers that you guys all have out there. 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 51, and of course 6.5 Creedmoor, stuff like that I'm sure is fine. Obviously not full auto rated for the rifle calibers. Things will get a little too toasty for that. It could probably handle like one mag dump or so. Of course, you can also shoot 5.56 through it, which is pretty cool. Elephant in the room, of course, is going to be the mount, which we'll cover here at the end, but this is a 1.375 by 24 interface, which is awesome. Finally, pretty much everybody has gone to that, and it's really making all of our lives a lot easier. As we build our collection and we have this plethora of different mounts, now we can use them and use brands on other brands, and you don't need to go out and buy a specific mount or 3-lug setup for every single suppressor. As far as the finish, it's a matte black, and that is a high temperature Cerakote, so that should hold up pretty well to those full auto mag dumps with the MP5 today. And on their website, they had some metering data posted on 9mm. They didn't say what barrel length or host, but it averaged 124 decibels, and a 20-inch barrel 308 metered in at 142 decibels. So not hearing safe without ear protection on 308 with a 20-inch barrel. That is a lot of firepower to quiet down on such a little can, but we are going to shoot it today on 308 to just hear what it sounds like and see what this little tiny package can do, but I will be wearing earmuffs to protect my hearing. As far as your barrel length restrictions, read off their booklet here and the manual, because I can't remember them off the top of my head. So minimum barrel length for 7.62 by 51/308, of course, 16-inch minimum barrel length, 350 Legend 16-inch, 7.62 by 39, 6.8 SPC, and 5.56 16-inch barrel as well, and 300 blackout 8-inch barrel. So about the usual there. You're not going to want to shoot anything shorter than a 16-inch barrel on 308. I can tell you, I have a Ruger Gun Sight Scout that my wife bought me for Christmas back in the day. Really short barrel, 16-inch barrel. I've put very quiet, marketable suppressors on there, and it's still loud. 16-inch 308 is hellfire on any suppressor. As far as retail cost, sub $500, so not bad. On their website, it's listed at $494. Capital Armory, of course, they are a sponsor here on the channel, so I got to give them a shout out. They have it in stock and listed at $399, and of course, they extend an additional 10% off to my gold members on Patreon, and that comes out to around $359. So $350 for what everybody seems to be buzzing about is a pretty damn high-performance subgun 9mm can that, in a pinch, you can use on a rifle. And I'm actually curious to see what this sounds like on 300 Blackout. Now, going back to the mounts, I have some over here off frame. To remove it off the top of my head, I believe it was a 3/4 inch open-ended wrench you can use. Luckily, mine was loose enough out of the factory to remove it. And again, universal mounting area. Ooh, look at those nice clean baffles. I'll get some tight shots there for you guys so you can check that out. Now, YHM for this test and evaluation suppressor didn't really send much for the R9, but I have there's some other suppressors from them in the back, and they actually sent this adapter that is used with the rifle cans with their quick detach mount system. And of course, that fits in the rear here. So we'll be using this for the rifle caliber stuff today. And I did not have a 3-lug from them, so I actually pulled this out of the Rugged Suppressors Alaskan 360. If you guys remember that review, this has their booster housing and their 3-lug, and wouldn't you know it, look at that, it fits right in there because the industry is finally all playing nice with each other. Check that out. So we're of course going to be shooting it on the MP5, my favorite gun, and I'm sure it's going to sound pretty damn awesome. And then of course we'll shoot on 5.56, 300 Blackout, and why not? Let's do 308 as well, like I mentioned earlier. So we're going to really run it through the gauntlet today, really put this thing through the test to give you guys a better idea at home of what it sounds like. So without further ado, let's hit the range.
Little first round pop. Steel. better than I thought it would, actually. Huh. All right, ending thoughts on the R9. Wow. Whew, we have a lot to unpack here. All right, we'll start with my favorite, and that will be the MP5K PDW with the R9. Today we're using the rugged suppressors system here with their booster housing and their 3-lug, and it sounded damn amazing. It did have some first round pop, wanted to note that. And then shots 2 and then subsequently through the rest of the magazine sounded fine. But a little first round pop there, even on the MP5. Sounded great full auto. I didn't get gas in the face or anything, so that was good there. This is probably my favorite firearm in the safe. This is a holy grail for me. I never thought I would be able to buy one of these, and I bought it, you know, not at the bottom of the market, but a couple years ago before they really skyrocketed recently. So yeah, that combo, amazing. Now let's just go up the gauntlet here. I think, let's go with the 5.56. Didn't really get overgassed much. Did not notice first round pop because, of course, supersonic, you know, 223 is damn loud. We were shooting M193, 5.56, very, very loud. But suppressor did a good job. Shot it without ears, did good. Tone was different than I'm used to on an AR-15 platform. And what I mean by that was it was deeper than I'm used to. Typically 5.56 suppressed has kind of a higher frequency to it, to me. So that was a little different. But you could get behind it all day safely. I mean, obviously you should put ears in if you're gonna shoot this thing all day, but you could pop rounds off easily without discomfort. So 5.56, good. Now, 300 blackout, sounded good. We even shot that at 100 yards. I'll go ahead and play that now. But it did have some first round pop. Not horrible, but it did have some. And the 308 states it's not hearing safe, 142 decibels if I remember from the studio. And we shot it with ears, and I took the ears off and I shot it, and I was a little shocked there because it wasn't horrible. Again, very, very deep low tone. Again, I wouldn't shoot it all day without ear protection because they metered it, and it is above the OSHA threshold of 140 for instant hearing damage. But tone was good. That's what I'm getting at here. However, all that being said, this is a 9mm subgun can that you can adapt and use on these platforms. I would not recommend buying this and only this to run it on all of these. Now, it's a good starting point. So if you had like a little Glock mag SBR carbine that you want to run, or an MP5 clone, or one of these, or some sort of 9mm. Now, we didn't shoot it on a pistol today because I didn't, well, I didn't bring a piston, so I kind of screwed that up. But you can shoot these on a handgun as well. Of course, it's going to be very front heavy, and it's going to block your sights, might even block suppressor height sights. It's a fat boy. This is a 9mm subgun can, again, that you can adapt and shoot on other things. Do not buy this thinking that it's going to sound magical on all of these. It sounds magical on this. So just get that through your head now. Again, really good starting point because you can pretty much buy one of these first and then have a lot of fun, and then you can go ahead and save up and
either go down their lineup or a different manufacturer's lineup. I don't care, whatever fits your budget, whatever fits your parameters, but it will kind of give you the ability to shoot suppressed. But again, suppressors that have a lot of adaptability typically aren't good at everything, okay? And that goes with pretty much everything in life. So have no illusions here. There's much quieter cans for a 308, for a 300 blackout, and for a 5.56, but it can be used and it is doable. But again, my favorite today was the MP5 for sure. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I didn't really have much gas in my face on the 5.56, which surprised me a little bit. It is a wide bore aperture, but still did pretty good there. So take that information for what you will. Do your own research on it. Let me know if you guys have shot an R9. It's been out for quite some time now. If you shot it in person, and again, I know I'm pretty repetitive here, but if you came to Suppress Fest and used the R9, let me know your thoughts on it. I'd like to know in the comment section below your experience with this in person, firsthand experience. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. A lot more reviews coming. Huge shout out to my gold members on Patreon. They're doing awesome. And another huge shout out to 2A Warehouse for supplying all this ammunition today, because it pretty much would have bankrupted me. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.